Today I'm going to show you how we can transform this into this. And no, it doesn't involve any complicated SVG measure like this one over here. So to make everything easier, I'll break everything into smaller steps that you can easily replicate. First, we need to make sure that our visual is formatted and ready for the next steps. So first off, let's go to size and style. And for the background, we will choose that dark gray color, which is 2A303F. Next, of course, we need to make sure that the x-axis and y-axis values are visible. So let's go to the x-axis. Let's change the values color to white, and we will remove the title as we don't need it. And then repeat that for the y-axis. Go to values, white, remove the title, and we need to change the color for our main title from black to white. So far so good. One other thing that we could do, select the visual again, in the title, go to spacing, select customize spacing, and let's increase that to 10 pixels. The next thing is to make sure we have a bit of space between the maximum value of a given month and the maximum value of the Y area. So how can we do that? Well, by using a simple measure like this one, which calculates the sales for every given month of the year, multiply it by 1.15, which is a random number. You could use whatever you like, keeping all the filters except the one for the year selected. Select the visual, go to the y-axis range, and in maximum, select field value and the measure that we just created, the max axis. Perfect. You see, it created a very nice bumper to the top. Now that we've changed this, let's turn on the shade area. Go to shade area, turn on, and transparency set to 0, because we want to cover the whole background. Now if we leave the visual like this, we will have a problem, because see, there is no way to cover this area up to the top, and this needs to always be the same color as the background. So what can we do? Well, we can use a measure that calculates the difference between the maximum y-axis value and the sales. A measure is something simple and it looks like this. Let's add the measure to the visual, but we have a problem. It doesn't really show what we wanted, because we wanted this space measure to be on top of the sales measure, not in the same space. The fix is very easy. We select the visual, and instead of line chart, we will transform it to stacked area chart. And you see, now we have the sales measure to the bottom with its own shade area, and on top of it, we do have the space measure, which is constant. Now, one thing that we need to do is remove the legend, as it is not necessary. Perfect. Now that we have this, let's change the color of the space measure to the background color that we have for the visual itself. So select the measure. First of all, we go to lines, we select space, color, and we will use the dark gray. Then obviously the shade area, just make sure the transparency is set to 0 for the space measure, and it matches the line color. So far so good, but you'd ask me, how can we change this blue area to a gradient? Because obviously if we go in the shade area and select sales, we can only select a specific color, not a gradient. And the easiest way to do that is create an SVG gradient background in PowerPoint. So let's open PowerPoint, let's create a new slide, right click, select format background, and as background we will fill it with the same color that our visual has. Let's go to custom, and the color is 2A303F. So far so good, no gradient yet, but bear with me for a moment. Next, we need to add a rectangle the same size of our page. We will remove the outline, and then for the fill we will go with the gradient fill. We will not need 4 stops, so we will delete 2 of them. The second color will be the background color, that dark gray. And I like to change it from linear to radial. Then I'm changing the direction to go from the center to the outside. One thing that you need to do is change the position of the dark color from 100% to somewhere around 82. And you'll see a bit later why do we need to do that. I can tell you now that it will need a bit more work, but I'll show you in a minute why. First, let's export this file, save as, browse, and instead of open document presentation, let's select scalable vector format and we'll change the name to gradient radial. Perfect. Select just this one. And now you will ask me, how can we use the gradient that we just created? Here's how. Select the visual, go to plot area background, browse for your image, select it, and there you have it. But you see we have these areas on the left and right that exceed the sales area. What can we do about it? With the visual selected, instead of image fit, we can go with fit, and all of a sudden it's gone. But it's still not visible. What can we do? Well, we still have the visual selected, so we'll go to shade area, select sales and set the area transparency to 100%. And bada bing bada boom, we have the gradient. Now one thing that annoys me are the grid lines. So let's select the visual, go to grid lines, turn off. Excellent. Now that we've changed this, let's change the color of the line. Now let's play a bit with the line because I don't really like how it looks. So we will go to lines. First of all, with all series selected, the interpolation type that I like to use is smooth, and instead of monotone is cardinal to make it a bit crisp. And then with the sales measure selected, I will change the color to a lighter purple. And instead of having a width 3, I will make it 2, just to be ever so slightly thinner. Now this looks a lot better than before. Let's make it a bit more interesting. Let's select the visual, goes to size and style, visual border, turn it on. We will use the same color of the visual itself, and we will round the corners, let's say by 15 pixels. So far so good. One thing that I like to do is sometimes go to the y-axis and switch the axis position to the right. And you can leave it as it is, and by all means it looks really fine. One thing that I'm not entirely happy with is the fact that on the bottom we have this crisp line. So what can we do? We can go back to PowerPoint. We can add a new rectangle, again the same size of the whole visual. Make sure the outline is removed. We need to add a gradient fill, and this time we need to use a linear gradient, and it will need to go from top to bottom. And here is how you need to set this up. The first color will need to be exactly the same as the background, and the second color again the same as the background. The only difference is that you need to select the transparency for the upper color to 100. And now you see the area on the bottom is the exact color that we have on our visual. So let's save this again as an SVG file, save as, browse, change it to SVG, scalable vector graphic format, and we will make it radial 1 just to make sure that we have different images. Let's go back to Power BI. Select the visual, let's go to plot area background and change this background with the second one. See, it looks a lot better. And obviously this is a way you can play with and make it higher or lower and create anything that you like. The principle is the same. Does something like this work with a lighter color, you would ask me? Yes, it does, and it looks like this. See, pretty much the same principle. It looks very good. Can you create something different? Yes, of course. You can create KPI cards, for example, or you can use it for column charts. But this is something that for now members of the channels will have access to. But if you want to know how you can create a KPI card with a line chart, I have just the video for you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Stellian, signing off. Cheerio!